Hello, it's Rufio. Long time no see. I am a streamer on the 100 Devs stream team. 100 Devs is an online full-stack JavaScript bootcamp and agency. This VOD is my comeback from 2 years of not streaming. I stream pretty regularly from I think it was 2021 to 2023 until I got laid off from my first job in software engineering. In this VOD, I talk about that. I talk about where I've been for the past 2 years. We also work on an 8Q coding challenge. The link for that will be in the description below this video. After our coding challenge, we just talk. We talk about how life has been, what my current job is, what I'm doing day to day, funny stories that I have. We do movie recommendations, and mostly it's just like a friend reunion, you know, old friends and new. I hope you enjoy this VOD. Thank you for supporting me the whole way, and it's nice to be back. Hi. Long time no see. Oh my gosh, you guys don't even know. I've streamed hundreds of hours, right? Probably, something like that. But I haven't done it in like 2 years, and I've been setting this up all day, trying to set up my mic. But I was like, okay, I'm really gonna do this. I'm really gonna stream again. And my heart starts like racing. I felt my pulse. I think my pulse is normally like 70. It's like 100 right now. So, yay. I love being nervous for something I'm not unaccustomed to doing. That's how it goes though, right? Hi Naughton, hi Intelligence, hi Divker, how are you? Long time no see. I'm happy to be back with you. And my hands are really cold, which doesn't make any sense because I choose the temperature of this apartment. Why am I cold? Is it poor blood circulation? Is it because all of the blood is racing in my brain? I don't know. I've been okay. I've been good. It's been a while. There's been a lot that's happened in the last 2 years because I got laid off. It's 2025. I actually got laid off this time last year. I think it was like this week 2 years ago. Sounds pretty radio, which is a good or a bad thing? Oh, please. I hope it sounds good. I hope it sounds good. If it doesn't, we can work on it. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it sounds good. I have a microphone. So do you remember how I had the clunky headphones and then we upgraded to a microphone and then I moved and then I moved again and I don't get it. I'm in my own apartment. I should know where everything is. The microphone came with me here in this not very big apartment. Cannot find it. I had to order a new one. Could not find it anywhere. I judge my parents for misplacing things, but am I any better than them? I don't think so. I misplaced these headphones for 2 months, and then I was like, that's it. I'm gonna have to order new ones. I ended up finding them in a bathroom drawer. Why did I put them there? I don't know. But I did find them. I was like, oh wait, hold up. I open this drawer literally every day. What is that? Hi, Lark. I am good. How are you? Is that the thing where you find the old thing after buying the replacement? Almost. I didn't buy the replacement headphones. I almost did, but I didn't. I found them. I gave up and then I was lazy and then I found them. They were by my toothbrush in my toothbrush drawer where you put headphones. Try putting your keys in the freezer. Have you done that? I have not. I have a designated key spot and I think that helps me out. You sometimes threaten buying the replacement to help you find stuff. Nice. I wish I could. I mean, I don't need the old mic anymore, but I don't know where it is. This is my full of stuff room. I tried to make sure you couldn't see any of the stuff on the ground in the frame. It could be in this room. It probably is in this room. I don't know where it is. I have like sheetrock against the wall over there. I have like plumbing tools over there. It could be hiding by either of those. How is everyone doing? What have you been doing for 2 years? What have you been up to? 2 years, I can't remember back that far. Yeah, I get it. I feel like a grandma. So what have you been doing for the past 2 years, Jimmy? Like, did you graduate? Oh, I have had a lot of people do that. They're like, so how old are you? I'm like, I'm 27. And they're like, no way, I thought you just graduated. I was like, yeah, I graduated 5 years ago. Oh no, my camera did the glitchy thing. I'm so sorry. What does it mean? Wait a second. I don't know what it means. Let's try and fix it. We're going to deactivate my camera for a second. Deactivate, activate. It was doing that earlier. I don't know why. Don't jump scare us. It's almost October. I feel strongly about Halloween. I don't feel strongly about Halloween. If it does it again, I apologize. I also don't know how to fix it. I've been meaning to like do a stream and just be like, I just want to give everyone an update. What happened to me after I disappeared for 2 years? Nothing grand has happened to me. I got laid off and then I took it way harder than I probably should have. And then I went to Indonesia for a month. And then I got back and then I was at my parents' house because the same month, I can't remember if I told you guys this or not. This is this series of events. I decided to go visit Indonesia. I studied abroad there in high school and visit my family for the first time in 8 years in 2023. I'd been thinking about it for a while, and then I asked for, I think, the time off, September 8th or something, I don't know, 2023. I bought the tickets. Everyone was happy with my work, and then the next week, they laid me off. That happened, and then I was in Indonesia for a month, and then while I was in Indonesia, I lived with my brother at the time, and he was like, hey, by the way, we're not living where we're living anymore, because the person underneath of us is doing meth in her apartment, and we share ventilation between apartments, so we have to get out so they can like purify it. Then I was in Indonesia. I was like, well, shit, I don't actually live anywhere anymore. So I got back and I moved into my parents' house, and then I hated that because I don't like living with my parents. And then I was like, I use escapism as a form of way to deal with things in my life, so I'm gonna go travel Europe for 2 months because I could, since I had been earning so much money for a year. Then I did that, and then I got back and I was like, I'm gonna look for a software engineering job. And then I just didn't, for no particular reason. And then in this time last year, I got a job as a property manager. So I've been doing property management at some small apartment places in my city, and it pays me enough for me to not be concerned about trying to find a better paying job. Not as in I get a lot of money, but like I'm able to afford being alive. So then I further haven't been looking for any software engineering jobs, but I've been thinking just about it, and then occasionally jumping back into the 100 devs community here and there. That's basically where I've been. And my sister told me the other day, and by the other day I mean like 2 months ago, she was like, you should try and do something with your life, girl. Didn't you do the software engineering? Wasn't that a thing that you spent like 5 years of your life trying to do? And I was like, yes, but I have food on my table. And then that was that. Flash forward to recently, my sister's boyfriend is a software engineer. He's been working at Accenture, and their project was finished. Because as far as I know, Accenture is a contracting company, right? And so he's looking for a software engineering job. And I was like, sister's boyfriend, I've been following the programming podcast with Leon and with Danny, and they're talking about a conference that they're going to do, and you should go, and you should network, and you should go and network, and that would be really good for you, I think. And he was like, no, because I don't know, maybe I could get another job with Accenture. I was like, you probably can. You have lots of years of experience, but it would benefit you to go to this conference and network. And I was like, I want you to go to this conference so badly, I will go with you, even though I have not been in the software engineering game for 2 years. And I feel like I don't even know who I am anymore in relation to tech. And I convinced him to go, and I'm going with him. So I haven't coded in 2 years, barely touched any code. We're going to do some CodeWars today, and I don't even know if I remember a damn thing, but we bought our tickets and stuff to Dallas, and if any of you are going to the Commit Your Code conference, let's hang out. Was I in Dublin? You saw me on the street there. No, I have not been to Dublin. I haven't been to the UK at all. Am I working on creating property management software? No. I do use some property management software. I've used 2 different ones now. One's called Appfolio, and one's called Doorloop, and I like them both, but I am not creating any. And I feel like I'm currently using Doorloop. It's serving my needs pretty well, so I don't feel the need to make one either, I guess. Love how I con myself into going, I really advocate for other people that are not myself, you know? I would want to like prep him for interviews and stuff. I'm like, let's get you the banky. Let's get an elevator pitch. We got to have this on lock. And these are the things that you got to do at the conference, because Danny and Leon had an episode about that I need to revisit. I'm ready to do all this stuff for him, but when it comes to me, I'm going to go to this conference. I am not prepared for a job. I feel like I know nothing anymore, and I am not a particularly competent software engineer. But that can change too. It's just not true that I'm ready for a job right now, I think. But I would like to go and meet people and network and stuff. It's like riding a bicycle. You're right, probably. Like I said, I haven't. So another thing, my cousin asked me in April if I could make her a photography portfolio, and like I couldn't do it. I tried, and then my brain was just like giving up, and I like failed her in the worst way possible. And I need to like still do that for her. We set up a Squarespace thing, you know. It was easy, but it is expensive. I would like to set up something better for her eventually. And also, I made some drawings this week. My friend invited me to a craft night. I also haven't been into drawing for the past 2 years. I just haven't felt like it, I guess. And then my friend was like, hey, do you want to do a craft night this week? And then I was like, yeah, okay. I can draw, you know. And so we went to the craft night, and I was the only one who did any crafts. I made some drawings, and everyone else talked. I would like to give some of those away today if anyone wants them. We can do some raffles. I will show you what they look like. This is what they look like. This one is on my Instagram. What's a craft night? A night where you get together and make some sort of artistic something or others. This is the other one. Oh. You have craft nights a lot. Does it include macaroni and cheese? Does anyone know if being nervous makes you lose like circulation in your hands and feet? Is that a thing? Hi Vito, how are you? Macaroni and canned chili survival. Nice. My cousin, I was talking to her on the phone the other day. She's like, I'm gonna make chili for dinner. And then I was on the phone with her, and 5 minutes later it was ready. And I was like, how did you do that? She's like, it's in a can. Nah, I don't really eat canned chili. So I was shocked. It's pretty normal. It's not normal, but normal. It makes your hands cold, so yes. Hi, Mike. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see all of you here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Should we do some coding challenges? You know how it goes. I was gonna draw maybe, but I don't know. I thought this should be tangentially related to coding. Life updates, but also coding. So I'm thinking we'll do an 8 because like I kid you not, I have not touched code in since April when I attempted to make my cousin's website, but I'm rusty, so let's do an 8. That's how I'm feeling. We've done this one, it looks like. I think that's what the check means. And that. God, it's like I always pick the easiest course of action. No coding judgment on this side of the screen. Should we do this one? Maybe. Let's look at it. Okay. You're given a string containing... Oh, shit. I'm so screwed. Okay. You're given a string containing a sequence of characters... Wait. A sequence of character sequences separated by commas. What does that mean? What is my cousin's website about again? Photography. A sequence of character sequences. What does that mean? Oh, hello. You can see where I have attempted to do stuff in the past. Let's make one for today. New folder. CC 00914. Make app.js. They're trying to sound smart and in doing so, making it hard to understand. Something I learned a couple years ago, 8 years ago probably, I was talking to my Paiute grandma, and she was talking about how she doesn't like to go to the doctor because the doctors use big fancy words that she can't understand. And it made me think, I was like, damn, I think it's advantageous to be as simple as possible so that you can reach the greatest audience possible, because you don't want someone to not go to the doctor because of the words the doctor's using. For example, she has a 2nd grade education. She stopped going to school when she was 8. And the doctor has like 25 years of education. And so if you're gonna write, whatever this is called, you don't need to be fancy. Who does it benefit? How is my Paiute grandma? The curse of knowledge. My Paiute grandma's good. We've hung out a couple times this year. I go and visit her somewhat frequently because we like to hang out. She's good. She's still kicking. She plants her garden. She watches some really old TV shows that I don't think are interesting, but I would like to be with her, so it's okay. Oh, Nar. Hi, this is your first Rufio stream. Welcome. I'm Rufio. I used to stream a lot. This is my first stream in like 2 years. We're doing this. Well, what is this called? Dogs, what is this called? A challenge. Okay. Let's take this challenge away and put it here. And make all of us a comment. Let's understand this sentence, or let's help me understand this sentence, because I don't know what's happening. I don't know what it's telling me. You're given a string. Okay, so we're given a string. So the string looks like that, containing a sequence. What is a sequence? What is a sequence in coding? The specific order in which instructions or commands are executed within a... That doesn't help. What do they mean? Let's look at the examples. That would make sense. Where's my... Oh, okay. Yeah, let's look at the examples. Rufio. 1, 2, 3... Wait. Oh, we stopped reading the rest of it. This means a list? Thank you. Why couldn't they say a list? Let's do that. Character... lists. You're given a string containing a list of character lists. Of character, so like, are they talking about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what it would be? Then we need to write a function which returns a new string containing the same character sequences except the first and the last ones, but this time separated by spaces. So this wouldn't change at all, I think. If the input string is empty, or the removal of the first and last would cause the resulting string to be empty, return... Oh, never mind. Would return an empty value, represented as a generic value null in the examples below. Let's do some prep here. Prep is parameters, return, examples, and pseudocode. And I was listening to the programming podcast, and Leon was like, do prep, but don't write out that you're doing prep, which is what I've done for a couple years. So we're going to do prep. You're lost already. Me too. We're going to work through it, I think, probably. We're going to do prep, but we're not going to literally write PREP, but it's going to be a secret. So, like, if we think about what, like, the parameters of this question are. Rufio forgot what parameters means. Parameters. This is the kind of stuff you'd sub to ChatGPT 5 purely to rephrase. You think he meant to write it out in an interview to do it in front of someone? Yes, in theory, we're practicing for that, maybe. Oh, don't write it out in front. Yeah. Inputs to functions. What is prep? Okay, fine. If we don't actually know what prep is, we can write out prep. P parameters. Parameters, if I remember what that word means, what goes in the function, okay. I feel like also in the past, what I've done for this step is we just like walk through, like understand what's happening in the problem. It's a value you provide when you call the fun. Yes. And also I think it's supposed to be, because you're trying to figure out how to solve the problem, right? It's supposed to be like a little more than that. Let's break down what it's saying to us. Given a string, given with an N, a string. the string will have a list, which is basically just XYZ separated by commas, and then write a function which returns a new string. We're given a string. Will it always be a string? Yes. Always will be given a string. Comma separated value, CSV. Is that what CSV means? I didn't know that. Technically, they said a sequence. We clarified the list part because we're better than them. In a kind way. TSV. I can't even think of what T would be. Don't confuse the child. Hi, Wesley. You're not wrong. Okay, let's do return. So it's parameters. We talking about what's going into this thing. Trying to understand it a little bit. Tab separated values, like formatting, testosterone separate terminology, time, taco. R is return. What are we getting out of this thing? We are returning the guts. So we are getting rid of the first and the last in the list and returning the middle, aka the guts, instead of commas as tab. It's weird. I didn't invent it, so don't yell at me, Lark. Do better. It should be time separated values, separated by time. If getting rid of the first and the last in the list would give us what? Wait, it says if the input string is empty or would cause the resulting strings to be empty. I don't understand why these, oh yeah, because, okay. If getting rid of the first and last in the list would give us nothing, we need to return null. Don't forget the spaces. I'll be honest, I spaced out what we're talking about. Are we talking about in this problem? Are there spaces in the problem? Oh, we want this. Oh, we want to return the spaces in the problem. The values we return ought to be separated not by commas, but now by spaces. Then we do some examples. We're going to say console.log, name of the function, which we're going to call... what did they call this? Let's remove first and last characters. So let's do remove first and last. Remove first and last. You have to use the split method? Probably. I haven't gotten there yet. Thank you. I haven't done coding for a while. This will be a little easier for me now, I think. Space is written without spaces. Think about that. I was like, time is written without any time being involved, but that's not true. Okay, so and then what goes in these parentheses is what we're taking in. So we're just gonna say string, and then we're gonna comma separate it, and then Rufio remembers how we write console logs and isn't looking at something else that we did. Some list, comma value. Okay, go back to where we were. Comma. It will still be a string. We're still returning a string. The guts. We want to say, we are still returning a string, BT dubs. So for the first one, they actually give us a couple examples. So we are going to say 2. I actually think the string is, we're just going to do that. We're going to copy this because we're lazy. And then we're going to copy this one. Oh, you know, actually, we got to switch it up just a little bit because I want us to get 2 null values. So we're going to take this empty string. Probably didn't need to copy that. And it's just going to give us null. And then 1, 2. And that will give us null. A little bit of Brit salient? No. Also, when I was traveling around Europe 2 years ago, I met some Brits and they were like, dude, you have a horrendous accent. That is the worst accent I have ever heard. And then they mimicked me mimicking them, and it to be fair, it was funny. Lowercase null? This one doesn't say lowercase null, but we can do you're right. You're right. You're right. Thank you. We've done the parameters. We've done the return. We've done the examples. Now we're pseudocoding this. So we're just going to walk through how we're going to do it, and then we're going to do it. Were they English? Yes, they were. I couldn't tell you where they're from in England, but yes, they were. Did they sound posh? No, I don't think so. We were like youths in a youth hostel, so how posh can you really be? Posh is an incredibly British word. So we're going to make a function that takes in a string. And then we are going to, within the function, we're going to code. We're going to do some coding. Rufio remembers how to do that. So we're going to, if we look at what we need to do here, to get like 2, we need to break up the Backstreet Boys, you know, break up the boy band. And then we're going to fire the first and the last one because they aren't meeting our standards. Within the function, break up the string, aka the boy band, to magic, of course, with JavaScript and stuff. Yeah, that's how coding works. Magic happens. We don't do any of it, it just happens. Break up the string. After the string is broken up, grab the first and last values and chuck them into space. Then we're going to join together the rest of the values with a space in between and return it. You know, I don't think I understand JavaScript that well. I don't think, and I say this honestly and not trying to be mean to myself, I don't think I'm a particularly good coder, and I think there's a reason why. But we'll save that till we're finished with this because we were in the middle of this. How is the pseudocode looking? Are we liking it? Is this big enough to see with our eyeballs? Do you remember how like 4 years ago or 3 years ago I got eye surgery and made everything big on my screen, and my computer remains that way to this day? Have you ever tried to see someone streaming something and they're writing and it's tiny? I have. Pseudo looks good. If I forget, you just said you don't know JS. I did say that. I don't understand JS well. I know some JS. I'm very rusty. I'm a rusty car that's been in the back of the parking lot that everyone forgot about. It may have originally had a good structure, but now it's corroded. Okay, so let's make the function that takes in a string. So we're going to say remove first and last. And then we're going to have it take in a string. Beautiful. Now we need to do the part where the coding happens. So we're going to take this string. We're going to append the end a method, which is split. Thank you for saying that earlier. Is just control B? Oh, indeed. Oh, no. We're going to split it. Split it based on, I remember string, which I don't really. We got to split it based on something? Or will it auto split based on the commas? You're bad. That was a bot that you had comment the split method. Just to throw you, of course, because you're a cynical person. Ah, yes. If I know anything about you, it's your incredible amounts of cynicism. We're all cynicists here. Hover the split word. You're trying? No, we just see that the type is any. But there's something else we can do. The Mozilla resource. God, I forgot what it's called. Resource developer. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. There we go. MDN. Thank you. Split. You arrived. What is the life update? Super quick. Haven't touched code for 2 years. Got a job as a property manager. Have not felt compelled to code whatsoever because I'm comfortable with my life, even though I would like to get back into it eventually. Sister's boyfriend lost his job as a software engineer, and I was like, dog, you should go to the CYC conference. I'll come with you if you do. He's going to the CYC conference. I'm doing it too. And then I wanted to give everyone an update, and here we are doing a coding challenge. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? I can be concise. Okay, so it says and if we put in, it says if we split it based on this with the what? Separator limit. split it based on A. Why isn't my brain understanding this as I go through it quickly? So const names, Harry Trump, Fred Barney, Helen Rigby. These are the weirdest names. Oh no. We don't want regex up in here. Hello world, how are you doing? Oh, so this is splitting it based on the spaces. If we put a little comma right there, I think it will work out for us. There we go. Okay, comma. What's the problem, my love? Okay, I'm just gonna not think about that for now till it becomes an issue. We have theoretically broken up the string. So theoretically, we've split everything up. To take something off the end, we've got to do pop. I remember pop. Pop. But do we have to put anything inside of pop? Pop. Pop. No, we don't have to. And then where were we? And then we also have to take off the first one, which is another one. Does it start with an A? Oh, string.split got timed out. I'm sorry. I did that, right? String.split. Come on. We're doing our recall. Nope. Do we look it up? Or should one of you supply me the answer? Takes off the very first. There's one that does that, I think. Is it working it? Well, no, because I also hi LV. No, because I can't remember this method. Thought your phone was glitching out, but it's really the Rufio. It's really the Dark Throne 17. How are you? Yes, long time. It's been a while. Okay, my give up. Opposite of pop, you'd be looking it up because it took more than three seconds. Opposite of pop, does it say in the page? Opposite of pop, JavaScript. Method that takes off beginning of array. Push. Shift. Thank you. Why was I saying A? Thank you. Shift. But when we... Oh, now it says it. Oh, we're going about this wrong. Because this works beautifully except for when there's nothing in there. You know what that means. We gotta do some conditionals. So we're actually gonna say if... Oh, wait. Actually, maybe the conditional can happen after we've done this. Then we can say if string... Wait. No, actually... Sorry, we're jumping all over the place. We gotta join it back together. Dot join, and we're gonna join it with some spaces in there. And now that we've got our string, we're going to do our conditional, and we're gonna say if string is... How do we do this part? Because if string is empty, it's null, obvi. If string is 1, 2... Or, before we do our join, maybe we should look at it and we should say, if there's 2, because it would be 2, right? It would be 2. Like, if there's just... Wait a minute. No, wrong. Because at this point, Rufio, I got my brain doing stuff, but I'm not saying it out loud. What if you put pop on an empty array? Yes. So I think we need to put it before we do the stuff. We need to check if we break it apart and there's only 2, then we need to auto return null perhaps. And if not, we can proceed. Yeah, maybe. If, wait, hold up. If, once we've done this, that's it. We're making a new variable. We gotta have a new string. Let split string, and then we're gonna assign the value here. Split string, oops, she is doing some stuff with her brain. I'm almost sure of it. We're making a new variable. It seemed really important just a second ago, but why did I wanna do that? Now that we have split string, we can say, if split string, it's an array, split array, if it has two or, ooh, fuck. That's how it does in math, but is that how it does in JavaScript? If it has 2 or less stuffs, things, numbers, whatever it is, return null. But that's wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how that looks with my eyeballs. That's wrong. How do we check the L of an array, the length. I forgot that length existed. Okay, so if split arrays length, but then we're back to my issue of is equal to 2 or less. You just got back and noticed this problem. Absolutely hated it when you tried it yourself. This is giving you PTSD. I know how to say PTSD. Stuff is a word that you're looking for. Yeah. I'm feeling like we can do this. I just can't remember exactly how you write this in JavaScript. Oh, thank you. Wait, you can check the length of a string and an array. Well, I didn't remember that. You're saying we don't need to declare a new... Okay, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Isn't how the length, if string dot length. We are going to clean this up once we can spell things correctly. But this is wrong, I'm pretty sure. How we're writing this, isn't it like it is equal to is can you do this? Can you do this? Right? Can you do that? 2? Can you do that? Can we do that? Why not use slice? Because I am rusty and these were the things that I remembered with my brain. We could probably do that, but I forgot that existed. Can we do this? Is this correct? I can't remember. That is greater than or equal to. Oh. I got you. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I hope we can do that. You can do that. Okay. Then we return null. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's calm down and not do all of that. We're splitting it up. We're popping. We're shifting. We're locking. We're joining together. And we're returning it. In theory, this should work. I doubt it will. But let's see. We're going to open up a little program I have called RunJS, which just will run it for me. He said, no, you're wrong. You are wrong. But why are you wrong? Where did I... Those are friends. These are friends. We're pop locking and dropping it. But what if string is null? It's not going to be null because we already did the... Oh, you're saying initially? Okay, fine. Else if string is null. This is not correct. This is not correct. She is confused. Return null. Are we happy now? I'm missing the function at the beginning of the function. What do you mean? I'm missing the function at the beginning of the function? What is this? The word? Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Oh. We can't do it. It's not a function. You're not a function. Okay. Why not? So we split it. Then it became an array. Then we popped it. We shifted it. Keyword function. Yeah, yes. You all are right. I am forget. I am a function. Just because I can't function don't mean I'm not a function. How existential. What is my mistake? What is it? Is 2 the right number? Por qué no? 3. I feel like it's 2 and less because if you have 3, then you get 2. If you have 2, you get nothing. If you have nothing, you get nothing. Order of operations. Okay. Let's do this step by step. Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay, so let's see what we're getting right here. We see we've split stuff up. Good job, us. Okay. Let's see what this popping is doing. 3 and 2? I say. Oh, it's giving the thing that we just threw into the garbage. We followed it into the garbage where Veruca salt. I see. I don't want that. Why can't it just work on its own? True. Can't shift a pop. Can we pop a shift? We are garbage. Don't talk about yourself like that. Would slice work? Probably if I remembered how slice. I'll be honest, I've always struggled with slice. I don't remember how it works, but I remember that I hate it. But I probably would. But surely we can brute force it this direction. Should we brute force it this direction, or should we try slice? Slice beginning end is the syntax. Okay. So if slice beginning end is the syntax, beginning and end mean where it begins to slice and then it gets rid of beginning and gets rid of end, or where it begins and gets rid of the stuff before the beginning and where it ends and gets rid of the stuff at the end. Brute force is good, thank you. I agree. Use indexes. Oh, Anon. I don't know how well you know me, but I'm not good at indices. Or slice. I don't know why. It's a cop-out a little bit. Keep console logging since it shows us the truth. If only that were true for every part of our lives. Alright. If we did do slice, we wouldn't need to do split if we did slice. Slice. I'm not sure how to do it though. One. I'm wrong. Hi stream, how are you? I like the tentacle. Start at 0. Thank you. This is how much I remember about indices. But how do we do the last? N minus 1? N minus 1? No. String minus 1? It gives us nothing. Okay. Don't put the brackets. Oh. The same. I don't think I'm doing this right. Length minus 1? String.length minus 1? I say. Good job. Should go back to VS Code. You're right. Okay. Hi, gamer. I'm good. How are you? Thanks for hanging out today. Get the last one. Wait. You get the last one. Think of the length of an array versus the index. To get the last one. To get the last one. Because the thing we just did. This. That. This. Gets rid of the last one. Yeah, right. No, yes, no. Gets rid of the first one. Why does it do that? What is happening here? So we're saying chop at the beginning and then find the Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know how this is working. I can see that it is. I don't know why. Would anyone like to tell me? Why does this get rid of the first one? What does string.length minus 1 have to do with that? Try changing the 0 to 1 just for fun. That's what we're doing here. We're having fun. Let's try. Wait a second. So we can see on the side what's happening. When it's 0, it says 1, 2, 3, and we get 1, 2, okay? And then when we do 1, it gets... Oh. Okay. If I understand slides correctly, and I'll look at what you guys are saying in a second. It's saying, whatever this one is, whatever index that is, get rid of it. No, wrong, bad. And then it's saying the last one, whatever that is, get rid of that one as well. Slice start end, and where do you want to start and stop? You need to split on the string first and use a slice on the array. Oh. This appears to be the thing we want to do. It appears to be correct. I can see that it is not all the way there yet. Okay, so split dot slice, splitting based on the comma, if you remember. Oh, slice. And in theory, I know we're doing this back in VS Code, but I gotta see what it's giving me because I gotta see it. Okay, so now we've made this beautiful thing in array, and we want to join it back together as a string. However, you see the last one? How it's giving us 2 when it should be giving us null. So the beginning of this is incorrect. Why isn't it getting rid of it? Why isn't it getting rid of the 2? What's the definition of slice? Like, what are the 2 parameters? It must be the first one you get rid of and the last one. Does that sound right? Getting there? I think we are getting there. Feel the force of the console lock. You're right. Because in theory, in my brain, this should work on the last example we have. It should get rid of the 2 because it's looking at it and then it's saying, hey, give me the 1, give me the 2, but that is not true. That is wrong. This is man, Streamlabs, calm down. You guys, if you put a dot, if you're going to write it out, you got to put a space. I am so sorry. Follow the string and value through your code and find the problem. Slice will return a selection of an array from a starting to ending point. It sounds like you understand slice better than I do. What if we change this to 3? That worked. Why? Why did that work? Why would changing it to 3 work? It's 1, 2 length 2. Oh, were you saying is 1, 2 length 2? Didn't work. It looked like it worked to my eyeballs. It looked like it worked. We believe in your ability to understand slice. I don't. I kid you not. Slices just never made any sense to me. Why this doesn't work, but it looks like it works to me. If it doesn't work, why is it working? And if it works, why is it working? Why is it working? Because I tried to do the greater than or equal to. I wanted it to be all values including 2 and also below it. That's what I was trying to say. I have the test cases right in front of me. Oh, you know what? I was looking at this one. That one made me really pleased. I do see what you're saying. Why must it be this way? Okay, so it never did work. It never was right. It was always wrong. I still have the last number. Yeah. Why is it doubled? Why is what doubled? I forgot what I was saying. What we're saying. Try with just the 1 parameter only at the beginning. You don't have to give the end. Are you talking about this? Hello? Oh my God, it changed nothing. Getting rid of that change, that means, you know what that means? It means it wasn't doing anything, okay? You're comparing the string at the beginning, not the array. I see what you're saying here. So you're saying that perhaps we need another if string dot length is greater than or equal to 3, then do the thing that we were doing. Do this line. Undefined. Cool. Else. She's wrong. She's not doing it right. Else. Yep, okay. Yep. I am a hot mess. Okay. I just wanted everyone to know this is what we were looking for. We wanted everything to be null because we're nihilists. I misspelled length. Oh, you're right. I did. No wonder it's a null. But I'll be honest, I don't really like where we're at right now. Nothing is right. Everything is wrong. We're lost. Back to prep. If the length is 3 elements, you still want to trim the first and last, right? Yeah. I do. When everything is wrong, we move along. That's it. Thank you for coming to my stream today. We are not continuing forward on this 8Q coding challenge. This never would have happened if we didn't use split. My brain can't understand JS. Same. You're in good company. Burn it all to the ground. I don't like how this looks. I don't know what it's saying to me. I'm lost. Isn't there a Linkin Park song about this specific situation? Gone. Goodbye. Even JavaScript's brain can't understand JavaScript. That's why it became TypeScript, you're right. I can console just nuke the code. Is this how the world ends? Rufio gets frustrated at her code and is like, that's it. That's it. I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, didn't even matter. All right, let's talk to ourselves like we're a frustrated child. Okay. Rufio, that was hard, wasn't it? You don't know what's happening. Should we start over? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so what do we need to start with, baby Rufio? Well, this child thing was working really well until the child had to answer. And now the child has no idea what the child wants. Child Rufio is like, okay, child Rufio, you're understandably frustrated. Let's try and understand what's happening with this slice thing. Because I don't think you may not understand. And that's okay. Slice, MDN. Let's look it up, okay? And let's explain it like we could explain it to a 5-year-old. Okay, let's read this and then let's reinterpret it. It returns a shallow copy of a portion of an array into a new array object selected from start to end to not included, where the start and end represent the index of items in that array. The original array will not be modified. Okay. So if we look at this, we've got our animals and bison, blah, 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 elephant. And if we do 2, then it gets rid of ant, and it gets rid, no, we get camel, duck, elephant, camel, duck, elephant. So if we do 2, it gets rid of the first 2. If we do 2, 4, it gets rid of the first 2 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one, what? If we do 1, 5, it gets rid of the first one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and nothing else because there is no 5th one. If we do -2, it goes to the end. No, what? Duck, elephant? What? What? Why? Duck, elephant? That doesn't make any sense. Why would it just give us duck, elephant if it's -2? It gives us the last 2? You usually want the happy path at the bottom. Right. You want to catch up with your exceptions at the top. That is what I was attempting to do initially. It didn't work out for me, but yes, I think you're right. I know what the wrong path looks like. If it makes you feel better, I also rage quit this problem when I did it. We could split right off the bat. Okay. Console logging, it will help you understand stuff. The numbers are the indices start and end. Remember that the number refers to the index of the array that we start at. 0, 1, 2. Oh, so you're saying that we would start, since it's 2, we'd start at -2, 0, -1, -2? No. Slice arguments are like positions in a line where you start and stop in the indices. So when we write 2, it means we start an array at 2, slices out the first 2, getting rid of the stuff before it. If it's minus, then we start at the end of the array. But that still doesn't make sense as to why this happens, because, so, I don't think I'm understanding this correctly, but if it's -2, then we pretend that this is number 0, 0, 1, 2, -1 is the last elephant in the array. Item in the array. Do you want to know what's going on inside my head right now? Child Rufio is mad at Slice and wants to kick Slice out of here and says, "Bye, Slice, I never understood you. I'm looking at the examples and what are you talking about? What is it talking about? Even with you guys telling me what it means." What Child Rufio is thinking probably involves nukes. Okay. -1 refers to the last element of the array. So -2 is the element before that. Okay, I understand that. I do. I understand that. But this doesn't make any sense. So it is, oh, wait a second. It may make sense. -2 says, okay, bloop, bloop, and then it starts there. And so we just get duck elephant. I can't, let's do go. I have not touched go in my life. You think this is bad? Do you imagine Rufio in Go? Okay, alright. 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 Explain like I'm 5. Alright. Hello, Child Rufio. We're all collectively talking to Child Rufio. So pretend you have what we'll do the animals. A bunch of toy animals, okay? They're all in a line, and why did they have to do slice? Do you know how easy that makes it to be a butcher analogy? That's so mean. Children wouldn't like butcher analogies. Yes, they wouldn't. Let's just say they're being taken to different zoos. Are we all Child Rufio? Yes. Go is easier than JavaScript? No way. We have all of our toys in a line, and guess what? Some of them are going to some new homes. We're going to do this with something called slice. No worries. No lives are in danger of your toys. That very first one is going to be number 0. And the very last one is going to be -1. That's kind of crazy, huh? If my hands are the toys, let's pretend my fingers are the toys, okay? This one is number 0, and this one is -1, and this one is -2. So if we want to get rid of this one and send it to another zoo, and this one, we've got to do 0 and -1. Yeah? We got it. Those are their names. Their names are 0 and -1. Is that my bed on the floor? This is my guest bed on my floor. Yes, I try and make it a comfortable place for a guest to stay on the floor. You confused help. Child Rufio number 5. It's okay. You've got your animals, okay? These fingers are animals. They all have names. Let me see. This one's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if we go the opposite direction, this one's -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So the thing is, I really don't like my pinky animals. We don't like them. They are not feeling comfortable in this enclosure. So we are gonna call them by their names. We're gonna say number 1, no, JK, number 0, number -1. You get to move to San Diego. Yeah? Yeah? For the 0 one, you'd actually use 1 because you want to start the first index. Why? Oh no, I really thought I understood this. Why? We want to get rid of 0 animal, Pinky, and -1 Pinky. Child Rufio is enraged right now. Child Rufio wants war. Child Rufio is incredibly bloodthirsty and has no tolerance. But this is 0 Pinky and this is number 1. Why would we start with this one? We aren't getting rid of 0. We're starting from animal 1. Poor Child Rufio. So Child Rufio, we're leaving him out. He doesn't get to play with the other animals. I'm sorry. We were trying to make this child friendly, and now the child is crying because someone got left out. Poor Child Rufio. Poor baby Fio. Doesn't quite float. Child Fio? Child Fio. We need to make a new GIF for that, I think. We're all crying on the inside. We're all coders here. We know how we really feel about coding. Chufio. That sounds like they're chuffed. They're not chuffed, they're enraged. We're picking out the animals that get to go on vacation, but we don't need to pick the index to, but we need the index to start from. Yeah, but number 0 animal still gets left out. Start from and end at Ragefio. Man, who knew this would take so long? Why? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Be understanding of yourself. Be kind to the bloodthirsty child inside of you. You have to appease them. Okay, we can do this. We're doing it in RunJS so we can see what's happening here. All right. String.split. The start index is included in the output. The end index is not included in the output. Okay. 1 -1 length -1 string.length -1. Okay. return. Okay. Oh, you're right. I thought I wrote slice. Thank you. I was like, what is happening here? What is this? So we can use string.slice on on an array, you say? Okay. Wrong. The thing is, what if we make, okay, let split array equals this, okay? Okay. And then we want to say return. We just want to look at it. Split array. Okay. All right. Okay, all right. All right, okay. Now, let's see what happens when we do this. And let's return that and see what's happening here. Okay. I didn't give split criteria. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Ooh, wrong. Wrong. She's... Okay. Maybe just -1 for us? Did we just? Okay. I'm gonna cautiously accept that. .join. But we're not done yet. Ooh, with the space. Okay. Because we still have some nulls that are not null. We need to return a string, yeah. Let's get the nulls. Maybe I just needed a moment to just like have Ragefio, Child Rufio just be angry, because that wasn't that bad. We did spend a long time understanding slice though. Okay, so how do we get the null? We gotta do our conditional. You know what that means. We do. We know what it means. So if split array, maybe return null, else. No. She did not do that right because she wrote it wrong. Just 3? True. Ragefio needs to blossom and be herself. Chufio, last offer. I think we could do better. I'm not sure how. Chufio? That's not... It's kind of fun to say. Or, and... no, it should work. You don't need the else. You're right. Overabundance of caution, maybe? But this is still an issue, you see. Because why isn't this working? We got the 1 and we got the 2, okay? That's less than 3, so it should just give us null. But no. Why not? Why is it doing that? God, I gotta fix the Streamlabs. I'm so sorry you guys keep trying to type this and it's not working. I'm just checking if split array is less than 3. Yes. That doesn't mean anything. What do you mean it doesn't mean anything? It means, oh, the length. The length? Yeah? Yes, length. It deleted your message. Is this our beautiful child? Brainchild? Would it work if we tried it? Look at your tests. I was... Uh-oh, that's very foreboding, you know. I was looking at my tests. They look beautiful to me. Is there something wrong with them? Child, you be proud. I am proud. You did it? God, I hope so. You know, array and string are just so boring. Why would you... Array, okay, whatever. String, whatever. String is not defined. What is this? TypeScript? What do you mean string is not? Oh, you know what? I understand. Okay. You did it. We did it. Together. We passed this AQ. Ragefio did it. Ragefio did not do it, but Ragefio was appeased. We appeased Ragefio. Oh, would you guys like the link to this? I'm so sorry. I should have done this a lot earlier. There it is. Pair programming or rage programming. True. Hi, Dom. How are you? We just spent an hour and 40 minutes trying to solve this problem, which we did. It has been forever. It's been a long time. I apologize. How would you guys like to maybe be in the running for a postcard? How would you like a postcard? If I can remember how to do that. No need to apologize for taking time off. The thing is, I feel like I make a lot of excuses and excuses only go so far. Like, or rather, I should say, understanding works and being understanding is good unless it's being used as an excuse for not progressing forward, which is what I think I did. Honestly, you're proud of the perseverance. You quit after 20 minutes. I have like 30 people helping me though. Did you have 30 people helping you? How have I been? I've been good. Everyone else heard the crash course in my story, but I've been doing property management for like a year and it's okay. I'm going to CYC because my sister's boyfriend is a software engineer looking for a job, and I was like, you gotta go, bro, I'll go with you. And then I was like, I should give everyone an update about what I've been doing with my life, and here we are. Hi, Honda. Look at all these people I recognize. Don't go away for too long again, just keep with us. You're right. I feel like I have streaming like built up in my head is like, oh, there's like so much I have to do, and it's like this big to do. And I think the last time I did it, you remember how I was doing long streams? I think I burnt out. You guys, I can stream again, but you have to keep me accountable and be like, Rufio, it's 2 hours. You think you can go longer, and you can, but you're gonna burn out. You know? And then we can be sustainable. You burn it as well. Yeah, I just, you gotta take care of yourself, and it's hard to do because you're like, I'm fine. This is fine. Stream is ending. Gotta fix up your Anki. No, stream is not ending yet. We still have 20 more minutes. And we've got some postcards to give away. I just have to figure out how to do it. Okay, try the raffle thing. Did it work? Doesn't look like it's working, does it? Oh, wait. Now try. It said it started. Why isn't it working? I see you guys are typing raffle, and I'm looking at my screen, and it doesn't have anyone in it. So why is it not working? Is it not raffle? What if I try raffle? Another CodeWars level problem. Do I have to enter it as a command? No. I don't have a command called raffle. Hey, vibe code is a solution? Okay, I've been out of this game for so long. What is vibe coding? I don't know what it is. Ragefio is coming back. I'm telling you. Canceling it because it's not working. The raffle's been canceled, and it told us that the raffle had started, right? Vibe coding is where you have ChatGPT code an entire MVC for you, which can be prone to security problems. Oh, I thought it was just having AI help you. See, I didn't actually know what it meant. Claude is better at coding? I didn't know that. I use Gemini for so many things. Like I ask it questions about fixing sinks, had it turn me into an emo goth the other day. I just like all sorts of things. What prompts did you ask it to turn you like an emo goth? So, they added a enter in a picture, and then I said, make this lady look like an emo goth. It did not do a very good job with me. I was doing it because my brother was doing it. What if we add a giveaway custom postcard? Will it work? Everyone, why would get a postcard if we are lucky? Raffle? It worked. Okay. Okay, now you can do raffle. Oh my god. Okay, it's gonna be for this one. This is what you're raffling for. Waffle. You've got to say raffle, Lark, or you won't be in. You hope I win? Oh, if I win, I'm gonna DQ myself. If you want this postcard, say exclamation point. Oh my god, guys, this is literally an hour long. I'll just close entries in 2 minutes. We can wait the entire hour if you end up winning your own raffle. The thing is, I don't want this card. I don't know if you guys like how it looks. It's okay if you don't. I feel like it's uninspired, and I want it out of my house. I want it out. I want you to have it. It's really not coming through very well, is it? You may be able to enter multiple times. I'm unsure. I don't like it, no. I don't like either of the ones I'm raffling today. We're gonna have to do 2 raffles, though, because I wasn't smart enough to set this up for 2 winners. Did it only let you do 1 ticket? Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, how has that one been? There's a really high likelihood of you guys getting this card, though. There are only 7 people who entered. That's like, if you did the math, you have a 1 in 7 chance. That's a great chance. And since there are 2 of them, someone do that math, you have an even greater chance. What's the necklace? Yeah, it's a flower. I'm waiting for it to fall off the string because the string's very loosely attached to it. Tell me something that made you Ragefio in the last week. What's property management like? I just want to disclaimer and say I feel very lucky to have my position. And I don't like doing property management because it's really unexpected. Like, for example, I had a really chill winter and then May happened and I was so busy from May to July or to August because everyone moved out, things were breaking. I didn't know it was going to happen, so there was like no predicting. And I would say that's probably the best, or not the best descriptor of like property management is you don't know what's going to happen when it happens. So for example, the other night I had a tenant calling me because their sink wasn't running. And I was like, oh no, why? And I wasn't there, so I was able to look the next day, but my brain was like, is it leaking under the sink? Am I have to shut off the water for the building? No, his aerator, which is, I don't actually know what aerators do, but you screw them into your faucet. It just was built, like, had mineral deposits on it. And that was it. But then sometimes, like a couple months ago, my tenant texted me and was like, hey, so there's water coming up from my floor? And I was like, oh, no. And so I go down there and there's indeed water coming up from nowhere in particular on his floor. So I'm mopping it up. It's literally a Friday night, and so I'm like panic calling a ton of plumbers, and no one is working because it's a Friday night. And on the sixth plumber I called, they got back to me, and then they came and they were like, oh, just so you know, this is literally a water main leak, and you're gonna have to replace the pipes for this building under a concrete slab. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the worst thing that could ever happen on a Friday night. Because then he didn't actually fix it. We just shut off the water to the building. And then the next week I had them fix it. And then the building didn't have water for 3. So I'm just complaining at this point. But I didn't like any of that. I don't like it when my work is predictable, you know. And it's hard, but not like stressful hard. I don't know. Life is rage-filled. So not fun. Yeah, not fun. Did I try putting it in rice? This is the faucet. You replaced your aerators recently? Good. Rice solves everything. Sounds stressful. It was. Working with adults is like working with children, and working with children is much better. I don't really have that many complaints about my tenants. Like, I would rather them ask me if they have a problem because I really want them to enjoy where they're living. I want them to have a good experience. I want them to feel like they can get a hold of me, and I want to quickly resolve their issues. I'm really trying to be a good property manager. I don't know if I am or not, but the thing is, oftentimes good tenants are the tenants that do bug you about the small things, and that way the small things never become big things because they already told you about it, but that means that they're talking to you more, you know? Used to do property management before moving to software engineering, and why did you move? You had to rebuild a whole bathroom? Exhausting. Yeah, in one of the properties I manage, I arranged for a bathroom to be redone this year. And I was like, I could do this, but I actually don't have the skills and I would just be winging it and it would look like crap. And it's just like, you know, children are more forgiving and accepting. That's true. That's true. It's a lot of work. Just make AI run your property. Yeah, just have the robots go in and fix the faucets and I don't know. So tomorrow I get to go have someone fix a dishwasher because I tried to fix the dishwasher and it turns out there's an issue with the actual dishwasher, not the connections or anything. And I gotta help someone set up their power bill, not because it's part of my job, but because they don't know how. You know, fun things. Have I ever considered learning Magic for stream? Magic the game or Magic like card tricks? The answer to either is no. Okay, should we end this giveaway? I think we should. Let's see who wins. Pick a winner. Okay. Oh no! You won. You won this card. Oh no. And in 1 hour, so you stream for 3 hours. I don't want to burn out. Am I still trying to pursue a career in software engineering? Okay, do you want the short answer or the long answer to that? Let's do the second one. Okay. I'm just gonna try and make this giveaway a little less long than an hour. All right, this one's gonna be open for 5 minutes. It's for this card. It's for this card. Okay, now I started a new one. Robo who wants the long one, but you want the short one. Will there be any future Smallville reacts? What do you mean? Did I react to Smallville in the past? Oh yeah, you did say before you weren't good at programming for a reason you would say later. Oh my gosh. I really gotta follow up with this because what was I talking about? I'm not even sure. We voted for the short answer, but I forgot what the question was. The question was, am I ever going back to software engineering? The answer is yes. There you go. There's the short answer. Oh, I know. You aren't good at programming because you aren't great at programming. Are you calling me out here? Now say the long one. That was bait. I was baiting or you were baiting? I wasn't trying to bait. You wanted the direct answer to avoid suspense. Gosh, I love streaming. I love you guys. I'm so glad I'm here with you guys right now. I missed it. I missed you. Thank you for being here. The long answer is yes is very vague. No, it's very direct and undescriptive. It's not vague. So yes, I do want to go back to software engineering. I miss distracting you too. Okay. Speaking of distracting, gotta not look at chat while I'm trying to say this because I've been thinking about saying this for a while I was thinking of streaming. I think I've never been a particularly good software engineer, and this is tangentially related, because I didn't ever really put in the work. So I was going back through Leon's class. If you guys are here and you don't know what 100 Devs is, it's the free online boot camp to learn a full stack JavaScript and just software engineering in general, getting a job. I did that in 2020 and I did it, and then I was like, gotta do my 100 hours project, and then I ended up streaming because I needed people to help me, or I needed like people to sit with me while I did it. That was my excuse. The thing is, once JavaScript started, I never did any of the readings. I never did any of the homework. And then I wondered why I never understood anything. I was like, God, I'm so bad at coding. I'm really shit at this, you know? Why don't I get it? It's because I never did the work. I never put it in. I've expected to like get a job or be a good software engineer, and to do that, I need to put in the work, you know? So, yes, ultimately I would like to get back into software engineering, but I don't feel like I'm ready to do it. I feel like I was in a good place when I got laid off. Like I was learning a lot, you know, trial by fire. And I think I've learned a lot in stream, but I also think I've really heavily relied on y'all to help do the work for me, and instead of trying to understand it. I'd like to re-go through Leon's course and actually learn it, you know, like learn for realsies what a variable is. And that's a bad example because I know what that is. But like, you know, like actually do it and then try and understand it, and then make the projects that are part of the course and make my own projects so I understand what's happening and actually program. And I would like to do that, and I'd like to get another job in tech and earn more money and have a chiller job that isn't property management. I just gotta put in the work. It's just something I've been putting on the back burner because it is a lot of work and I'm comfortable where I'm at. You know, it's also partially why I've avoided streaming, because I feel like I owe you guys, you know, like I feel like you guys deserve better. And if I show up, then I need to show up, you know? But if I hide, then people are just like, what happened to Rufio? And then I can avoid my actual goal of having a career in software engineering and all the hard stuff that comes with it, you know? The raffle ended, so let me pick a winner. All right, SM, you won. You won this card. Do you think when you go back, you'll be surprised with how much AI is influencing the space? I want to say no, but probably yes. Because, like, I've always been on the AI train. Like, it was so helpful to me when I had my job. I use it every day, literally for everything. Not for everything, but for so many diverse things. So I'd like to think I'm pretty on top of it, but then I didn't know what vibe coding was. I heard about it, but I wasn't sure what it was. So probably we'll be surprised, but I don't think so. You can do it, Rufio. Putting in the work is worth it. Life changes for good. You're right. And the thing was, the job I had, I earned $73,000 a year. That's not crazy high for like the US, but that actually is really high, I feel like. And it was more money than I'd ever made in my entire life. And it made so much of a difference. I was able to put money in retirement, pay off debts, go traveling, and have money to spare. And it just was like having like financial freedom is one of the most like beautiful things I've ever had in my life, and I would love to have it again. My current job does not pay anywhere near as much. Not even close. And while my needs are covered, I don't have like all that extra that I really liked and I would really like it, you know? It was nothing. We just want to help. And I know you guys are always so nice to me. I don't think I deserve it. Couldn't you go through the large crash courses? Yeah, but I don't feel like, or I should read the whole message. The large crash courses Leon had instead of doing the whole course over again. Yes, I could. I just worry that given the easier path, I'll just take it, you know? And I really want to understand and learn it. I want to actually make the projects. Like, Rufio, do the fucking projects. Jesus Christ, do the reading. I have the hardest time reading documentation. And I know I need to do it. And I have never been able to do it. Tech really changes lives. Right. I agree. That's insanely high if you move out of the US, which is another goal of mine, by the way. I would really like to move out of the US given the political climate. And I would really like a better work-life balance if anyone in like Europe is knowing of anyone hiring and wants to hire someone who really isn't very qualified. I just hear that work-life balance is a lot better over there. Put in the work to be financially independent to live the life you want. You're right. Once you start on the vibe coding, there's no way to return to it. Really? If you took that salary and lived anywhere in South America, you'd be golden. You're right. I couldn't. Like, I had to come into work. But you're right. Heard being rich is fun. Never tried it yourself, though. Dom, what happened with your job? You give your money away. You don't want it. There are a lot of people here who would accept the giving away money. That's very nice of you. I also find myself, or I found myself when I earned more money, being much more giving. I was so happy to cover people at like restaurants. I gave more to charity. When you're not feeling like every dollar is so like you gotta hold on to it, then you can be more giving, and I really liked that. 10K a month is nice, bruh. I cannot even imagine. That would be crazy. Pomodoro those docs. You're right. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's a cop out again. Like I'm like, docs are so hard to read. I don't want to do it, and then I don't. But I hear they're so important. I know they're so important. I know that I just haven't ever done it. You should go on Hack News and force yourself to try to understand the things there. That's a good idea. I don't want to like drink from a fire hose, like one thing at a time, but yes. You can do it, Rufio. Pick something and try to program it. Yeah, I still need to work on the Paiute project. I need to like fill in the words and stuff. Also, I don't know if I even understand how we built that project. Hacker News makes you so confused. It was a contract position. You weren't able to get another. She went back to working in healthcare. Jeez. All right, everyone. What is your opinion on the market? That's another reason why I haven't been trying to get back into tech. I'm like, I don't think I'd be able to get a job anyway. And which means that I'm not going to get a job because I'm not even trying, right? But I don't know if I'd be a particularly good candidate in this market. Also, do you guys want to know something I'm really bitter about? I don't know why I can't move on from the place that laid me off because, like, I should be able to just move on. But I took it really hard, and then they freaking hired new software engineers this year. They laid me off because they said that they didn't have the budget for me. Say, when you get the budget, you want to hire a girl back? Except they did not, so I don't think that was the real reason. They were trying not to hurt my feelings. Why didn't I invest my 70K into crypto? I'd be retired. I don't trust crypto. You're just grateful to have a job, yeah. You fell off the coding bandwagon. Getting back into is hard. Maybe we can do it together. Do coding every day like a hobby. You also didn't know this until recently. Wait, what? You didn't know what? You code every day. You're such a nerd. I think that's a good thing, though. It's their loss. That's very nice of you. Your job is like that too. Remind me, what is your job like? Oddly enough, crypto pays a crap ton of money. What do you mean? Like what jobs? You must make peace with your past, Rufio. Dwelling on it will just hurt you. You're right. Like I said, I don't know why I can't just move on. Layoffs happen. People get new jobs. Why am I so fixated on it? Maybe it's because it's the only coding job I had? Maybe it's because it was hard to get there. They hired new engineers, but you don't know where they're from or their salaries, or if the new recruits are from India and making 15K a year. True. I think so. I got my job because Vanta Board, my mod, went to bat for me. That's why I got the job. And it incidentally was in my state, and so I was able to go in person sometimes. I'm pretty sure they just hired a bunch of university grads from my state. I also wasn't very good, but I was also a junior. Come on. They hired 7 people with my salary. I do think they actually hired like a bunch of university grads. They let go of people because of budget, and then next year hire a boatload of people. Exactly. I was like, and the thing is, I reposted my boss's like LinkedIn post that needing more software engineers, and then he messaged me and was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm good. I'm still looking for a job." And then he never said anything. I don't know. He could have been like, "Oh, that sucks." Or he could have been like, "Well, we're freaking hiring, man. You got laid off, but you're getting paid more for temp contract work. Is that because you have to pay for your own insurance and stuff?" I'm glad he found something, though. You're probably taking it too personal. Yeah, I think you're right. But in reality, the world doesn't care. It's a rough lesson to learn, but it's liberating. I think you're right. It was for budget reasons, and he said he tried so hard to keep you. CEO even teared up. Oh, man. Did they give you a recommendation at least? It hit you hard when you found out your contract position was ending. It took you a while to get over it. And are you over it? Remember, though, you gotta pester people if you want them to remember you. You're right. I don't know if I wanna, like, he said he'd give me a recommendation, my CTO. He said he'd give me a recommendation, but, like, I haven't been applying for jobs. And again, I haven't touched coding for a year. I don't feel like I'm a very good coder. I wouldn't hire me, you know? Do you think the current climate of anti-DEI hires affected you? I don't know. I really think highly of my old CTO, so I wouldn't think so. I don't think my manager liked me. I feel like that's what it boiled down to. Like, he didn't think I was good at my job and didn't like me. I don't know if it had to do with being anti-DEI or not. I don't know if I'd accuse him of that. I don't know. Like I said, they said it was the budget, and then they hired like 2 or 3 more software engineers the next year. Anyway, let's start writing Rust and Vim to make us feel better. Because what else would make you feel good, better than like Rust and Vim? Learning a new language like Rust and doing it in Vim. My God. You really know, Lark, how to make everyone feel just so happy inside. Yeah, our company's small. Most of them hit you up for recommendation support. That's great. It was also like, wow, people actually care about it. You have this character in your head that no one cares about you. Ah, I get it. Also, we care about you. But that's cool that you like had like evidence of that from your company. You're over it. Your attitude of late is a job is a job. That's how I feel about my current job. I'm happy to have it. I don't love it. I'm lucky to have it. It's a job. It's okay to not like coding. I wonder, I'm like, do I not like coding? Am I bad at it? Is there like another branch of tech I'd like to like branch into? What would I be good at? I don't know. I feel like I'm decent with people, but you still think you're not good at it? Really? You have how many years of experience now? A job is a job, but you should always find something you love doing. You guys want to hear a good spot in my life? I've had a lot of good in my life, but what I've really loved this year is decorating my apartment. I'm decorating it exactly like I like, and I like color. And so I got like a pink carpet, I got a blue couch, I got some orange armchairs, I got a pretty rainbow cat painting, and I'm doing a stained glass window painting in my house, which I'm almost done with, but I also stopped because I rage quit it for temporarily. Anyway, it's like coming together, and it's slow but sure because I don't have all the money to spend all at once. But it's nice to have like a space that's like your own, you know? I feel like my mental health has been doing so much better because I have my own place. I'm not living with my parents. I'm not living with my brother, you know? DevOps? And what does like a DevOps do day to day? You don't think you have to necessarily be in love with coding, and that's what I've like. That's why I still like want to be a software engineer, because like I don't love coding, but do I need to? Tech sales is booming. I wonder if I could do that because I feel like it's a good and a bad thing. I don't lie, not even a little. I really actively avoid it. One of my core values is honesty, and not saying that salespeople lie, but they're able to like soften truths, you know? And I just like, I'm so freaking blunt. Ragefio strikes again. Yes, I am raging at that freaking window. I'm not thinking about it right now. I'm happy about it generally, but I'm mad. That's awesome. You've been focusing on arts and crafts. What have you been doing? What have you been making? What about QA testing? What does QA testing look like? Sounds like you found something you love and are passionate about. I think I love art, and you guys, a while ago, you guys told me I was an artist, and I was like, no, I'm not. I think I've accepted it. I think it's okay to call myself an artist. I don't think I would want to do it as a job, though, because even doing this big-ass window, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of this. I don't want to keep doing this. I just want it to be done, you know? Like, work is work. If you make a hobby a job, it's work. What's the con of living with my brother? I don't know. I feel like I just really wanted to control my own space. Like, he'd like leave dishes in the sink, and I know that's so inane, or like not wipe off the counter, but I was like, come on, we live in a shared space, and I wasn't able to just be by myself because we were in the same office, and I don't know. I think sometimes it's good to be around family and also separated from them. DevOps do infrastructure stuff like AWS, Docker, CI/CD, monitoring, automation, etc. I'd have to learn some of it. Not that I couldn't. I don't know how I feel about any of it, but it would be probably good to learn. What did you end up choosing for the stained windows? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, hey Dan, how are you? Happy to see you here. You've been playing around in acrylic painting and felting. Oh, cool. Send me like pictures of some of your stuff. I'd love to see it. Having your own space and that feeling of autonomy is huge. It really, like, I really don't think I could have done anything better for my mental health. I don't feel like I've been depressed in a year since I moved out of my parents' house. I cannot even describe how much I love living on my own. And I'm so lucky to be able to do it. See you, Vito. What design did I pick for my window? So my window is a Celtic knot border, and then in the middle is roses. Once I finish it, I'll post it on social media. I can't do it yet because you can see outside where I live, and I'm trying to have some semblance of privacy. I've been thinking about that design for a year, so it's cool to finally do it. You recently dealt with QA peeps with client work. Looks like they test your feature bugs and kick back if necessary if something's missing. That sounds interesting. You can relate to that emotion. You had that slightly trapped feeling with your parents. Not their fault. Did you move out, Dan? Are you still in Tennessee? Yes, less coding, but you get to read and understand it more. You're still currently living at home, and that's okay. I mean, sometimes we can't afford living away from home. Sometimes life just doesn't work out that way. Like, I get it. You're still in Tennessee and renting a private office. Oh, nice. Have you decorated it? Oh, guys, I have my own apartment, and that means I can pick the temperature of the house. I run cold, and so my house is 78 right now, 78 degrees Celsius, which I'm not sure what. I feel like that's like 21, 22 Celsius, Fahrenheit, 78 Fahrenheit, sorry. I normally have to wear a jacket in like every house that has AC, and now I can be exactly the temperature I like. You put in a rug, does that count? If you like it. Living in New Jersey is so expensive. I imagine. I hear that. QA engineers don't get paid as much as software engineering. There are a few, but not all. Depends what a high salary means to you. You want to know what my dream job is? Doing something for Vercel. They reached out to me once, and I would have talked to the recruiter. It was back in like 2022 or 2021 or something. And he asked me what my budget expectations were for the role. And I was like, fair market value. What would you say that those are? And he was like, oh, you know, like $115,000 to $130,000 a year. And I was like, he's like, do those meet your expectations? I was like, yes. I would say that meets my expectations. And I got off the call and I was like, I cannot believe that they said that. Like, I freaking would like die of happiness if I earned that much money. You were in Utah in July, so you flew in and took a bus to Idaho, but you saw Utah. Welcome to Utah briefly. It's not the most beautiful state up north. If you drove to Idaho, it was probably not a very beautiful drive. What were you doing in Idaho? You visited a friend who had moved there this year. People were moving to Boise. Did he move to Boise? People were moving to Boise, and I don't know why, because Boise is not a pretty place. Your dream job is not to work anymore. That makes sense. You had an interview last year and told the person you're looking for $120K minimum, and then they said, oh, well, we start at 170. Oh my God. And then they're like the ultra rich people. Can you just like, no one needs that much money. Like for like the average person. Find that person at Vercel again. I think we're connected on LinkedIn. You need to find that person at Vercel as well. I don't know if they still work there or not. They were a recruiter. A smaller town nearby a plant where the job was at. Oh, they're building some big like microchips. Not like microchip. It's like microchip, but not like the political microchip thing. It's like computer chips or something. They have a big factory in Boise now. Excuse me, I need all the money. Please, I would like to never work again and never be concerned about money. Hi, Pharaoh, how are you? Good to see you back. The job market has been killing you recently. You graduated from a DevOps associates from your local technical college. And the last interviews you got passed over for people with 3 to 5 more experience than you. I can say words. Freaking market. You deserve a well-paying job, Pharaoh. Bruh, this market. Like, it's not impossible, but I don't know how probable it is either. Depending on where you live, some people who earn 120K are still living basically paycheck to paycheck. You think Cali's an example. And like New York City, right? You're having to adjust your mental models of what is a high salary at the cost of living, particularly if in urban areas. True. It's tough. There's a lot of competition for positions, right? Yeah, and I feel like it's all like manufactured, you know? I feel like it's companies just being little mini pantses. There's a better. Oh, it's happening again. The simulation has returned. I gotta turn on my webcam for a second. It's the ghost. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Rufio's AI. You knew this was AI, Rufio. You know, I've been gone. I turned into a robot. I think I put my leg on my desk and I must have moved some cords or something. No, there it happened again. Guys, oh no. Oh no. Stop it. Stop it. Why is it doing that? Stop doing that. Take off your mask. I got hacked. Oh shit. Oh no. Bring me back to life. Save me. The Matrix got her. Oh god, the haunted cam. It adds character to the channel, huh? It's ready for Halloween. I'm prepared. This is intentional on my part. I know exactly what's happening with this camera and wanted it to do that. Might be a faulty cable. It's kind of trippy. It really is. It's like when RoboCop started remembering his family. I've never seen RoboCop. This is not even the same room where you were last stream. No, I like moved twice. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but the reason why I moved is I got laid off. I went to Indonesia for a month, and then while I was in Indonesia, my brother was like, we're moving out of the place we're at because the person beneath us was doing meth, and the health department is making us evacuate. Is this pre-recorded in the future? That'll do it. Yep. It was not. I liked where I lived. Heavy sigh. But I like where I live more now, so maybe it all works out. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm sad I got laid off, but it set a chain of events that led me to where I am now. And I don't know if I would be where I am now if I still had that job. And I like literally where I am right now. Indonesia is a beautiful place. Yes, parts of Indonesia are very beautiful. Do my future plans involve tech work? Yes. Eventually. If I can get my shit together. When I get my shit together. A dramatic adventure, not in a fun way. Glad you found a location you like. Thank you. Sorry Breaking Bad was happening in your old apartment. So the thing was, we had our apartment. And then her apartment was downstairs. It shared a staircase, okay? And we couldn't hear each other except for if someone opened their doors on their side of the staircase. And there's this one time I'm working my job and she opens her door, screams, "Fuck you, you fucking fuckers!" Slams the door shut. And I was like, what? Like, we're so quiet. We don't make any noise. What the hell was that? Meth. That was meth. I didn't know it at the time, but that was meth. I'm pretty sure. It was special. She was fine to live by most of the time. You got laid off years ago and it led you to switch careers. Definitely glad that happened. Yeah, sometimes bad things happen and good things can come out of them. The opposite is true as well, but we're trying to be positive here. She was testing out the insulation durability of the house. She was, I don't know. I just want to know what she was thinking at the time. What was the perceived slight? What did we do? Could she hear us walking? Was there delusions? I don't know. You mean if drugs were involved, you doubt they were doing a lot of thinking. I think you're right. So do you remember how I got itchy nose on stream forever, always? It's just persisted into my regular life. I just will be like, it just will be itchy all the time. Not all the time. Some of the times. I don't know why. Your nose is always itchy? What is it? I read online. It was kind of horrific. We all have skin mites. It could be the skin mites. Why is it skin mites? Glad your new place is keeping you safe and secure. I am as well. Though, a couple months ago, the police knocked on my door at 3 in the morning. And like I woke up and I was like, did someone knock on my door? And I was like, nah, man, I'm just tripping. I was literally sleeping. I'm tripping. They knocked again. And I was like, nope. And so like I get out of my bed and I like look at my window and there's like a flashlight up there. And I was like, so I open the door and there's police there. And they're like, hi, excuse me, is random person home? And I was like, random person does not live here? What is the address? They gave my address and I was like, yeah, so that's the correct address. That person does not live here or nearby. Sorry? And they were like, okay. And then they left and I was like, what? And I was like, I hope random person is okay. I hope that it wasn't like a DV situation or anything. I don't know. But it's a little trippy, a little freaky to have the police knock on your door at 3 in the morning, especially if they're American police. Could be allergies. It could be allergies. You're right. Your uncle has an itchy nose. He makes it look distinguished. Like a periodic, thoughtful nose scratch. Like that. You see those videos that makes your skin crawl. What videos? Plot twist. Random person is actually your secret roommate in the attic. It's not even October yet. And they're responsible for the stream glitching. The ghost. Oh, the skin mites. You watched a video about skin mites. I read it on Reddit and I was like, how dare they tell me that that was a thing and I don't want to think about it ever again. And then here I am mentioning it. You're onto something there. Keep practicing. Keep leaning into the thoughtfulness. Ponder something grand. I live in very interesting places. I don't think I do. I have these friends who always have the wildest stories. And I asked them recently, I was like, how do you have such crazy stories? And they're like, well, I don't know. But then they ended up telling a story of like a mutual friend of theirs where the mutual friend, she was talking about how she's tried every drug. And then someone was like, well, do you ever take melatonin to help you sleep? And she's like, oh no, I don't fuck with melatonin. But she's like fucked with like cocaine and heroin. And I was there for that. But I just kind of forgot it existed. And I was like, oh, I guess I could have had that interesting story if I had cared to remember it. So maybe I'm just not interested in the interesting things. I don't know. With my sister. And then I was talking to her recently and I was like, oh man, that was a great rafting trip. And she's like, are you serious right now? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, when we're on that rafting trip, you're like, I hate this. I never want to do this again. This is the actual fucking worst. And I was like, oh, no, I forgot I felt that way. Like, now I just think of it as like, wow, I was river rafting in Alaska, and it was pretty cool, and I was in a glacier lake. The glacier lake was like the temperature of a freezer. There were icebergs that moved pretty actively and were pretty dangerous, and we could have gotten killed by them, but I didn't remember that, like, I don't know. I have standards. I don't know. Maybe like, you have to have a crazy thing happen and then you just have to be like, all right, I'm going to remember this crazy thing that happened. Or maybe it only comes out when it's like relevant. Hang on to the stories. It's so fun. Even if you do remember it was originally unpleasant. But I didn't. I just remembered it was a good time. But she remembered. So I look back on it fondly. But I wasn't fond about it at the time. That's all that matters. You only remember when someone makes you remember, else you don't care. Yeah, I guess it depends for me, but yeah. Do you ever like have like things that like funny things that happen and then it becomes part of your vocabulary and you're like, I'm always gonna say this, I'm never gonna forget this, and then you do? She didn't want to lure you back into the glacial river rafting? I'd do it again. It was super cool, but it was very expensive. It ate through the last of my savings from my job, but it was very cool. Here we are talking. Do you remember I was gonna end stream an hour ago, guys? I'm trying not to burn out. You guys are just too nice to talk to. Very cool. Like ice cold, you say? Indeed. Glacially cold. Be sure to get some rest. It's 9:40 p.m. and completely dark outside. You generally assume nothing you do is always or forever. Not that you try that way, but you think that's just the way life works. Yeah, memory, we can't remember everything or it would just kind of suck, There are people who do remember everything and that sucks. That's what journals are for, right? To write it down. Also, if anyone here has something that they redeemed recently, 2 years ago and they never got, please let me know. I drew someone a B card and then I can't remember who it was. I messaged them about the B card, but then they never said anything. So now they don't have the B card and I would like to get it to them. Persigio, are you here? I would like to give you a B card. Is it hot over there or is winter weather making its presence? It's hot and it's cooling. It is beginning to be fall. Thank God. Let summer be over. That is when everything is happening at apartments and property management. Get out of here with that. I liked the winter better even though I have to shovel. Is it getting hot over there, Lark? There are a lot of changes with Stream now. They made co-streaming a lot easier. It's cold as fuck, but it's gonna get warm, isn't it? You're in the southern hemisphere, so it's gonna start getting warm. Plan on having a streaming schedule or just fucking around and finding out? Well, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I was like, Rufio, you can do it. You can stream today, and that's as far as I got. So I have to think about it, I guess. But I'm proud I did it. It's not like it's a burden or anything, but somehow I'm just so afraid of disappointing y'all and being accountable for my own actions. And I did. Congrats. Thank you. At the very beginning, I don't know if people are here from the beginning or not, but I was so nervous, even though I've streamed so many times, and my pulse was like 100, and my hands and feet were freezing, and it's crazy that you can do something a ton and not really be nervous about it, but be so nervous about it. I'm fine now. The commit to schedule is a lot. Yeah. You don't just point, oh, stop being nice to me. I don't deserve it. That's really nice of you. Thank you. No matter what you do, we'll always be proud of you. You guys, stop it. I can't handle it. Be mean. I really don't think I deserve it. Thank you. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. I don't believe you. I do appreciate it. Just turn on the cam and vibe out. Are you saying when I'm actually doing the coding projects I skipped, we should do it like study time does? Maybe the adrenaline will wear off after you close the stream. That happens to you. Kind of like a temporary drop in mood. I don't feel like I have that as much as like the pre-stream jitters. Sort of what you were trying to say. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That might be interesting. Have you guys as like body doubles and vice versa? I have only been to a couple of study time streams. She still does it, right? You feel tired after meetings, which are some form of streaming, right? Is anyone here going to the Commit Your Code conference? We're finally going to launch this darn coding project in October. Finally! Also nerve-wracking. Congratulations. That must be a big load off your shoulders. Not entirely, since there will still be work related to it, but congratulations. Just encouraging you to stream because you enjoy it. I do. I just don't want to burn out. Not today, but in the future, we got to keep me to 2 hours so I don't burn out, even though it doesn't feel like that long. We can do it and we can not burn out. We can enjoy it and do it in healthy amounts and not like 8-hour streams and 4 or 5-hour streams, you know? I just feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends and I really like it. Or I should say, I am hanging out with a bunch of friends and I like it. Although, do you guys feel like it's one-sided at all? Like, you guys don't get to say as much as I do since I'm the one talking? I hope not. It also means it'll open up to user feedback and bug reports, so it's not like it will be less load at first. Yeah, but you'll at least have hit one of the goals, right? 2-hour streams, 10-hour streams, same difference, sort of. Different levels of commitment. Old friends, true. AI Dan appreciates AI Rufio's digital friendship. We're all robots here, really. We need a bonfire and some marshmallows and it'll be perfect. Wouldn't it be cool if one of us was organized enough to make some sort of conference somewhere in the world at one point where we all attended in real life? That'd be cool. Cool stories are often pretty damn unpleasant in the moment of generation. You're right. So I went on a rafting trip in Alaska last September. It was pretty cool. 2 weeks. We friends. I agree. Dig up the old Rufio con. Did we talk about a Rufio con, really? That would be fun. I agree. I have no desire to plan a conference like that, but it would be fun. Or we could all just decide we're going to a conference together. It could be the CYC one, but that is really short notice. Well, you may have said it, but you say a lot of random shit. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Hey, y'all. K-pop Demon Hunters? How do I feel about that movie? It's a good movie. I grudgingly liked it. Must wind down and get to bed. Thanks for hanging out, Dan. It was nice to see you again. Awesome movie. Yeah, really. My only complaint is their mouth animation bothered me because it didn't seem accurate to like the type of singing they were doing. But it was a really good movie. You're obsessed with it? Yeah, I was. My nieces and nephews are obsessed with it. Or my nieces are. And so I was singing Golden, but you know, Golden's a hard song to sing, so I was half-assed singing it, you know, like a bunny bee, you know, like that. It's not like real singing, but like I am singing it. And my niece like turns to me, she's like, "Stop making fun of it." And I was like, "I'm not making fun of it." She's like, "You're mockingly singing it." And I was like, "No, I'm not trying to make fun of it. I like it. I promise. I just can't sing that high or well." Golden, this is what it sounds like are my top songs. Ah, Your Idol's my top song. We just can't sing perfect. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could sing it. I just didn't want to whole ass sing it. She's traumatized now because her aunt didn't put in her full spirit with singing that good song. I wish they wouldn't make another one though, because sometimes I feel like you have a good thing and you should leave it at that, and then you keep going and it's not good. You have a favorite Saja Boy, Honda? My sister's really into it too, and so she's been sending me things like, "Who's your favorite Saja Boy?" I don't have a favorite Saja Boy. I just liked the movie. I don't know. They wanted to make a real life version of it. I just hope they cast actual like K-pop. Like if they did a real one, like a K-pop stars, you know. I think that would be cool. I've been very into Cat's Eye. Is anyone into K-pop? I'm not into K-pop, but for some reason Cat's Eye is very entertaining to watch. And Real Demons You Hope too. Yes. You guys want to hear a funny story? I have a cousin who has a child. My cousin's child is 17. We went rafting in Idaho recently. I'm not religious. My cousin and her child are quite Christian, which is okay. It's okay to be Christian, but very extreme Christians. And my cousin's child was dancing, and then she was like, "Do you recognize the dance?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Oh, it's Soda Pop from K-Pop Demon Hunters." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I've seen the movie." She's like, "I haven't." I was like, "What do you... Okay." She's like, "My mom won't let me watch it." I was like, "What? Why not?" She's like, "Because it has demons in it." And I was like, come on now. Like, it's not what you think. Like, they are demons, but it's a children's movie, and it's Korean folklore, and it's a children's movie. And this is a 17-year-old child. And cousin, come on. And so I talked to my cousin, and I was like, "Cousin, you do realize this is a children's movie and it's like Korean folklore, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just not comfortable with my children watching it because it has demons in it and I just don't know if it's okay." And I was like, "Well, you should watch it and see if it's okay." I don't know if she has. Not Mormon? Yes. She was Mormon, is Mormon. But Mormons consider themselves Christians, and as an ex-Mormon, I consider them Christians as well, I guess. Poor kid. Yeah, she was so into the dance, too. She became a demon since then. Maybe she secretly watched it and became a demon. What is CYC? Commit Your Code Conference. I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for someone to ask. It's a conference in Dallas, Texas, hosted or created by Danny Thompson, who you may know off of social media. And he did one last year and apparently went well and everyone liked it. So I did it again this year and I'm going to it. Any other movies I've watched? Y'all, I'm in a bad place when it comes to movies and TV shows. I don't know what to watch. Does anyone have any recommendations for me to watch while I eat breakfast? Or dinner or food? I rewatched up to season 5 of Game of Thrones, and then it hit season 5, and I was like, oh damn, season 5 is actually it's not good. So I stopped watching it. And of course, I wasn't going to watch to season 8 again because... What genre do I like? I really like comedy. I like true crime. I like, I guess, some drama. Like, I liked Game of Thrones. I couldn't finish House of the Dragon. I've seen New Girl, Friends, another comedy that I can't remember the name of. Game of Thrones post season 5 was really trash. I didn't realize it my first time watching it, but the second time I was like, dog, what? Why did this just have such a decreased quality? Am I back in the field? No. I mean, I'm going to a coding conference, and I'm not sure how that's going to work, because I'm going to go to a bunch of these sessions and not know what the heck everyone's talking about, and then people are going to be like, "What are you doing? Do you have a job as a software engineer?" And I'll be like, "No, I'm a property manager." I gotta figure something out before that, but I would like to eventually get back into the field. You're asking because you have to force yourself to watch now, or else you'll never do it. Wait, watch what? Oh, you want me to recommend movies? You love New Girl? Yeah, I rewatched New Girl. Oh, I watched How I Met Your Mother, like in 2020. I rewatched New Girl this last year. It was good. Thriller? What is Thriller about? Dexter's good? I'll have to check it out. Isn't it a detective who kills killers? You remember watching season 7 and noticing it so much around then. Just be like, you're freelancing. I feel like I gotta work on some projects before then and just be like, oh yeah, I'm working on this project right now. Because it would be jarring, I think, to be like, what are you even doing here? You're not even working in tech. I don't know. Do the thing you say you will do to your sister's boyfriend, like the coach thing, but take notes so then you apply it to yourself. Oh, yeah, you're right. I need to do all the things to make myself a good candidate for a job, but I gotta do them first. Ted Lasso? Is Ted Lasso on Apple TV? I feel like I heard of that one on Apple TV. Guys, I gotta write these down. Alright, we said, oh no, it's a cord thing. I just put my hand on the cord and it did the AI. It did it. It's bad. Okay, if I'm not touching the cords, carefully. Not touching the cords. So we said Ted Lasso, we said Dexter, Severance. Isn't Severance also on Apple TV? I don't have Apple TV is my problem. The AI is killing her. Thriller was another one. Thriller. Okay, I wrote those down. Yeah, it must be a cord thing. I touched the cord to my microphone, not my camera. Rewatching Futurama. I could try Futurama, but I don't generally like the cartoons like that. Is that the one with Pickle Rick in it? I've seen Pickle Rick episode. I guess that's just one episode. No, that's Rick and Morty, huh? But it's kind of the same vibe, isn't it? K-pop Demon Hunters. All right, I'll watch it again. Or are you saying that you haven't watched it? Because if you haven't, watch it. Do I like anime? No. I've seen Vampire Knight when I was 12, and that's the only one I've watched. I tried to watch one that was named Violet something or other with my brother, and it was quite boring. I also haven't ever been able to get into K-dramas or Chinese dramas. My sisters are into those. Violet Evergarden. Yeah. Man, what a shitty character. I was not impressed. We did not finish that. I liked Howl's Moving Castle. That's anime, right? K-dramas are the best. I just can't take them seriously. I don't know what it is. I watched one with my sister about like an alternate reality Korea where King of Busan was interested in the police girl or something, and I watched it more than my sister did. But Spirited Away is a good anime movie, but if you don't like it, then watch it for the art. I have seen Spirited Away. Okay, story about Spirited Away. When I was little, I watched Spirited Away, okay? But then for years afterwards, I would have nightmares sometimes where my parents would turn into pigs. Like they were eating and then I tapped on their shoulder and they turned around and they were freaking pigs. And I was like, oh my God, my parents are pigs. And I just thought it was like this fever dream that I just had come up with it. Like, where did I get that? I watched Spirited Away again when I was like 20 and I was like, parents turning into pigs. Like, there it is. Watch Death Note to see if you like anime. I have seen one part of Death Note that my brother thought was funny where he was writing and then he said he ate some chips or something and it was just weird. I've seen that part. I haven't seen Death Note itself, but maybe I'll try it. Oh my God, yes, you had the same nightmare. Yeah, that's a freaking terrifying thing to show a kid. Also, if you guys like Spirited Away, have you played Little Nightmares? It's like Spirited Away. You should play it if you like horror games. I didn't like it. I don't like horror games, but my cousin had me play it and it was like Spirited Away. OMG, that I'll take a potato chip and eat it. Yeah, that's what he showed me. Hey Ahmed, how are you? It's corny love stories. Death Note is or what is the corny love stories? K-dramas. Oh gosh. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't have any recommendations for you guys. Like I said, I've been like at a real loss. I've been watching a lot of Texas productions on YouTube and Software Underbelly though, about people who are either active drug addicts or have died of like fentanyl overdoses. It's really sad, but I think it's important to think about and know about. You probably already watched Cowboy Bebop. No, what is Cowboy Bebop? Cowboy? I never even heard of it. Cowboy Bebop. Oh, there's no fucking way that you would watch those. Sign of Affection is a cute romance. These are all, I feel like, shows I wouldn't normally watch, but I'm happy to try them. Maybe there would be different things I'd like. You've been binging The Future Canoe. What is Future Canoe? You guys want to know a really cute thing that happened to me the other day? I was at Home Depot looking for a replacement for a bathroom fan. That's what my job is. And one of the people working there, like a 56-year-old man, was like, hey, are you finding everything you need? And I was like, no, I've been looking for this freaking 9 by 9 inch fan for like half an hour and haven't found it. I was trying to use AI to help me. And he was like, oh, let's look in the let's look in our little catalog, and we couldn't find one. He was like, and he basically helped me find a replacement for the fan motor, and then on Amazon, and then he printed it out for me, and I was like, here, you can look this up on Amazon. And I was like, thank you for printing out this Amazon listing for me. It's like 9 pages long because of all the extra stuff that came with it. And he was like, well, you seem like a nice young person. And I was like, thanks. Oh, there's no fucking way that I'm streaming you. Hi, Michael. Yeah, yes, it's been a long time. Nice to see you. A lot of pitch meeting skits. Yeah, but he slowed down. Pitch meeting is top tier. It's a dude that cooks and makes it funny. Oh, cool. Highest compliment. Yes, a nice young person. So that's what I'm writing on right now. I'm writing all your the show recommendations on the fan printout. See? All the pages. So now I just have them on my desk. I haven't ordered the fan, but it's just very cute. At least I'm not wasting paper. Yeah. I have a really dirty desk too. Watch the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've seen it. Oh no. I must have bumped the cords. I've seen it twice. I didn't like it. I don't know why. I actually think I've seen it 3 times, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why I didn't like it. I really wanted to. He didn't know that nice lady had a Ragefio inside her. Indeed. Indeed. Hey, but it's your place now, so who cares if it's dirty and chaotic? It's just this room, though. This is my, like, I store tools in this room. That's a guest floor mat. I have sheetrock over there. And then my desk is quite dirty. But the rest of my house is fine. It's okay. I don't really go in this room that much. But if I'm streaming more, I will. Okay, folks. It's 10 at night for me. Let's find someone to raid. If anyone knows someone who doesn't have that many followers or viewers who are just doing software engineering that you would like to raid, let me know. This is the fun room. Sheetrock, is that like a panel? It's okay. It's for the walls are made of sheetrock. This is what it is. So you can see kind of what it is. It's gypsum powder rock with a paper on the outside, and then you can patch walls with it. But I have much bigger pieces than this. They're leaning against my wall for whenever I need to patch a wall. Oh, vulcanita? I didn't know that. Yeah. There's a random sheet at your side? Yes. I would show it to you, but I'm ashamed of the rest of the room. Yes. So much sheetrock. But where else am I going to store it? I don't have a shed. Hey, Thirsty. Welcome. Nice to see you. I'm sorry we're wrapping it up right as you're showing up, but I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see all of you. We'll have to do this more than I've been doing it. Yes, we are rating someone. I'm just trying to see it. So when I started streaming, it took me forever to get up to 7, and I was so proud to have 7 viewers. I can't even believe I got that. And I got more people from 100 devs, but maybe we'll do this person, this devlogger person. They have 5 followers. That's exactly the type of person we're trying to hit. All right, let's start the raid then. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll do it again soon. Come help raid this person with me and spread the love. I appreciate you. All right, let's do it. If I can remember how to do it. Okay, bye.